Morning everyone, welcome back to another video. So today, as you can see, it's quite a nice day. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be servicing the BMW. So we're just going to nip out now to Alfred's and get the oil. I've already got an oil filter and I don't need an air filter because I run a K&M panel filter, but we are going to be giving that a clean and I'll show you the products that I use and kind of giving it a clean and a regen is I think the words that we use. There she is. I'd say she's looking glorious, but as we get a little bit closer you can see by the wheels she's filthy. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to jump in the car now, just get in. Jumps in the car, we're going to have a drive down to Alfred's, buy the oil. I'll show you while I'm down there what oil I get and why I get the oil I get. There we go, look, service lights on. So we're going to be using the Carly adapter to reset the service light as well. So yeah, I'll bring you along for the journey today, guys. Please remember, my target for June is to get 50 subscribers. I think I'm on 43 or 44 actually when I checked this morning. I need 6 more to get to my target. So please, first time watching one of my videos, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, because there's plenty more videos to come. Just got to Alfred's, going to walk in now. I'll show you what oil I'm getting. So BMWs recommend Castrol. Type of oil is LL04, and I'll show you that inside now when we're getting there. Engine oil, we're looking for engine oil. Brake fluid, filters. Engine oil. Here we go. This is what I'm going to be going for. This is what I'm going to be using. Castrol Magnatec 5W30. So as I said then, the BMW recommend Castrol. I pick Magnatec because it offers a bit more protection. But it's fully synthetic 5W30. I'm going to get 8 litres. I think the BMW takes 5.2 litres. We're going to get 8 litres and then we've always got a bit of a top up. So yeah, that is the plan. So I've got the oil. Couldn't resist getting some auto finesse iron out as well because I'm running low. Just going to put this in the car and then nip to Pets at Home. The joys of being a pet owner. Nip to Pets at Home, get some cat food, and then we'll head home and we'll start the service. Right, okay, so I've just got home. Car's behind me here. As you can hear, it is still running. I want to keep the engine nice and warm. So for those that don't know, I'm sure you probably all do, but for those that don't, the oil is thicker when the engine's cold and it's thinner when the engine's hot. So it's nice and thick when the engine's cold, when you cold start it, and that protects it. As the engine gets warmer, it gets thinner, which then helps protect the engine when it's warm. So to get the oil out and all the oil out of the engine, it's easier and a lot quicker and recommended that if the engine is warm, then you drain your oil. So I've kept it running just while I've got some overalls on and changed my jacket and got my tools and that together. So yeah, we'll make a start then. First thing I'm going to do is get the car in the air.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
Right, so car's just behind me, bonnet's up, it's on jack stand, so we're going to drain the oil first. I just want to show you this. So for those that don't know, I watched on my last video where I changed the prop coupling, I mentioned that I might need, or that I did need, an inspection lamp. So this is the one that I've got. I got it for my birthday. It's a Sealer, I think it's an LED 180 or a 180 LED. First time using it, as you can see, it is very, very bright. So yeah, we'll go under the car now. I'll show you something I actually quite like about the BMW when I've serviced it before, and we'll go from there. Right, bit of a funny angle because I'm underneath the car. So as I was saying then, something I quite like about the BMW is this little inspection cap here. As you can see, it's got the so you just get a screwdriver, bit fiddly with the camera, but you get a screwdriver in there. He says, you give it a turn like so, and it opens like a trapdoor, and just in there, that is the sump plug. So I think it's a 17mm. So we'll get the 17mm now, I'll get the drip tray out and we'll drain the oil. So as I said then, it is a 17mm, just in there. The light isn't great under the couch, I apologise for, but all we're looking to do is just crack it off and hope we don't lose it. It shouldn't be too tight. That's tightening it, I believe. There we go. As you can see, that was only hand tight, which is what they're meant to be. Try and not drop the sump plug in. Oh, it's nice and warm. And there we go. Got oil all over my fingers, as you'd expect. So now at this point, I'm just going to take the oil cap off on the top, which will then help to drain the oil. Right, okay. So while that oil's draining off now underneath the engine, as you can see here, I've took the oil cap off, which allows water then to get inside the allows air to get inside the engine, which will let the oil out. The next thing we need to do is we need to change the air filter. Well, not change, like I said, I've got a K&N filter, but we need to get the air filter out so we can give it a clean. So on BMWs then, I don't know the specifics, but this is the earlier engine that comes in the 1 series. I think this is the M47, and the one after this is the N47. That's the engine that had the timing chain problems. So we need to get these covers off. We need to get this off the front because the air filter is just underneath it. All this across here needs to come off. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So as you can see then, just down here I've got the front part of the engine cover off and the bit that sits there. A job on my to-do list is replace this, which is the thermostat. What I'm wondering is, and I don't know if anybody out there in the YouTube world or the BMW world that might watch the videos could tell me, does my engine have swirl flaps? If it does, it is something that I want to replace, but I don't know if it does. So I don't want to, well, I might have to have a look, obviously. I know this is the EGR valve, I believe, but I don't know if I've got swirl flaps. So if anybody knows if I've got swirl flaps before I start digging around in there, could let me know. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So that's the pollen filter off and out of the way. Now what I will say is, I did go to Euro Car Parts as well this morning, but they didn't have my pollen filter in stock. They've ordered one for me. It's coming tomorrow. I'll stick that on tomorrow. I probably won't bore you with a video putting a pollen filter on. It's exactly what I just shown you. You take that plastic bit off. On the other side, it's there. This then comes out. you put your new pollen filter in. I won't make a video on that tomorrow, but that is. So the next bit then, we still need to get this plastic bit off. So we need to detach this, and then there's a couple of toggles. There's one here, there's one on the other side, and then this plastic bit will move out the way, which will allow us access to the rear of the engine. So one thing I forgot to mention then is these, that you need to detach them. You'll have saw me doing it. I think one's the alarm and one's the sensor. This one's the sensor for the to make sure the bonnet's shut. So next we need to take this rear engine cover off. It's a bit fiddly. So rear engine cover up, you can see there's actually a lot of bits and pieces you've got to get off to expose the engine. Air filter's just in here. I put this sticker on when I put the K&N filter in, so I'm going to take this bolt off, this one. I've already done this one a little bit, this one's already undone, and there's some at the back just down here. Once we've got this off, we'll then expose the air filter. That's another cover off, and as you can see I've exposed the air filter, which is just here. It's held on by this Jubilee clip. This is the K&N panel filter then, so all I'm going to do now is just remove that Jubilee clip there. That'll help me slide that out. Right, okay, so we're gonna clean the air filter. So I've got the K&N Power Clean Auto air filter cleaner. All we're gonna do is then we spray it on, rinse it in nice lukewarm water, spray it, rinse it, spray it, rinse it, and eventually it cleans it through. It takes a couple of goes, about 5 or 6 times to get it nice and clean, and then we use the auto filter, the air filter, auto, I don't know why I keep saying auto, the air filter oil, which gives it that the purplish finish and helps stick any. So that's nice and clean now. So next we need to remove the oil filter. So the oil filter housing is just here. So it's on the right hand side of the engine. This is the alternator, and it's just here. You will need a 36mm. If it focuses, a 36mm socket, and that fits on there perfect. You could try it with grips, but I suppose you'd run the risk of cracking and scratching that. So I just bought this. It was only a tenner, so that's what I decided to buy. Bit of a catch up, bit annoying that was. So what happened was I was cleaning the filter in the kitchen sink and the camera died. I thought it was recording and it wasn't, so I've missed all that footage, which I apologise for, so I'll catch that on the next time I service it. So what we're going to do now, and what I've done is the car's back on the floor, as you can see. I've just put the oil filter in, which I think you saw. No, you didn't, because the back camera was there. So I put the oil filter in and I've topped the engine up with oil. We're now going to apply the oil, the air filter oil, to the air filter, and then we're going to put all this back together. Apologies for that. That's my mistake. The the battery died. So hopefully there's enough charge in it now so we can get the job done. Right, so this is what we're using. It's the K&N air filter oil. I'm just going to apply it to each of the, I don't know what the word is, bridges, and then it soaks in down. This is now nice and dry, so it'll soak in. Once we've done that, we're then going to fit it back to the car. Put the key in. And there we go. Tell you something, it must have needed, look at my hair. Tell you something, it must have needed that because it sounds so much quieter. I think it was definitely in need of a service. It sounds so much quieter. Well happy. And that's us all done. Service done on the BMW. Thanks very much for watching. Please remember, I'm after 50 subscribers by June. I'm on 44. If you've watched the video to the end, please remember, like, comment and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you very much.